Good afternoon and welcome to the Fortnightly chat with Jeff. Hi, Jeff.
Hello.
Right, what a week. We're looking at the All Ords chart. We've had such a super great recovery. We're really trying to push through the now all-time highs, which is pretty exciting. But look, to be expected, it's going to have a few issues. We've sort of touched it and she's falling back again, but we're only down 20 today, which is not bad. And given it's a public holiday for the market on Monday, not surprised there might be a bit of selling off. And I don't know about you, Jeff, but I'm enjoying the lovers' tiff between Musk and Trump.
Well, it changes things a bit.
It's making it a bit turmoil, but interesting to watch. So what we thought we'd do is go through our watch list from last week and see last fortnight and see how they've panned out. So Jeff, what have we got first?
4DS.
4DS.
Which has taken off. So from a fortnight ago, so it's sort of done what we expected. I'd probably hang in there for a bit longer.
Yeah, that is super exciting. So I think our last chat we said was the 23rd of May. So, yep, off she went. Bit of a pullback, which is a little bit further. What we like to see is a halfway pullback with these big candles here. But it did go back a little bit further, but yeah, recovering. What I like the most about this is that volume has dropped and OBV is staying fairly steady. So there's not a lot of selling going on. Would you agree?
I would. To be honest, if I was in it, I probably would have sold on those red days somewhere. But if you're still hanging on to it, I'd probably hold for a bit longer.
Yeah, see what it's going to do. Yep. Yeah, I think if the OBV and volume picked up and OBV dropped off, I'd be probably a bit more panicky.
Yep.
Okay, next.
Next one was ARL. It's probably just gone sideways, to be honest.
Where were we looking at it? Around the 23rd here. We were hoping it might have another move sideways and pull up through that resistance, but it just hasn't, has it?
No.
All right.
Hasn't done a lot. The next one was DTR, which probably sorry I didn't have any money.
Oh, look at us. It's two out of three ain't bad so far.
Yeah.
23rd. Okay, so we're talking about it here. It had broken through, moving sideways a bit, and then off she went. So I'm not sure what that news was, but that looks amazing. It's a bit of a 4DS.
Well, it's gold, so I think gold has taken off a little bit in some cases.
Yeah. I would keep an eye on this. Volume's really dropped off, and OBV is not really going with it. So it may have more in it yet. So we'll keep that on our watch list.
Yep. FDV, which we've lost on that one.
Okay.
Backwards, so we'll probably
take
delete
that one off. Yep.
MAN, it's still hanging around. It's probably no different to what it was when we were looking at it.
This is a fun little penny stock. So, I think the 23rd puts us around this time here, and it has moved. Worth watching. We'll keep it in our watch list. I think we're really waiting for a break of 2-1, aren't we, on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And the last one was Syria, SYR, which
that's
gone and come back, I think.
Yeah, so we saw that around on this day. So it was already dropping. I think we were waiting for it to drop and see whether it held. It's in the middle of this candle, but it didn't. So this might be worth taking off for now.
I would. It doesn't do a lot for me.
No.
So that was it for...
That was it.
A fortnight ago.
Okay. Now, I know when you came in, you mentioned VMM that you had found.
Yes, I just, being a penny dreadful, this one is not a penny dreadful, but it just shows me all the same signs.
Yes, I'm liking this, increasing volume and OBV at the same time. We've got a push. It's sitting at resistance of, say, 37 cents. If it can close above that. There's a bit of a rejection on that high today, but it'll be interesting where it's at now.
So, that's about all I've come up with in the last week or so.
Yeah, well, let's add that to our watch list and see what happens in a fortnight. So today is 6th of June, mark this spot right here. Okay. Now I do a scan as well where I'd like to do match selected. So just really quickly to show is match selected. And it's all pretty simple. It's just having 13 breakup of the high and it has to have increasing volume and OBV. So if I do match selected on there, which is not ticked, but if I do that, then these three have to have, it becomes an AND formula. So they have to have all three of those things at once. The best ones that I came up with today, FME, sugars, can't speak. Frank, Jeff and I talked about this earlier. Jeff, you're not as keen on this as me.
Only because it's only just crossed over on balance volume. Right. I would like to sit for a little while and increase. It's other than that, there's not a lot out there.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Make your own mind up.
Yeah, a lot went through today, which makes me think there might have been an off-market transfer or a direct buying up. I don't know. I'd need to have a look at it. The reason I'm interested is because of this volume spike. I just want to find out what has caused that. So I'm going to add that to my watch list just to see what happens, mainly out of curiosity. Okay. NWM, oops, was another one. NWM, oh, why isn't this working? Here we go. WM. Oh, God. You can't get good stuff these days. Right, there we go. NWM, yes, Norwest Minerals. Again, not one of the best that we've seen. I guess I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel today. There's a rise in OBB and volume that's happening down here. Again, probably want to have a look into it. I don't feel this is your sort of stock either, Jeff.
One that hasn't crossed over. I would like to see it probably go sideways a bit more and then take off.
Yep, that's a fair call. So SGH is another one. Now, there's two things about this one. It's had a really good run. It's going to hit resistance at this level up here. These are all-time highs. I really am suspecting that this should give back a bit. There should be a bit of profit taking in that. When you bring this stock out and put it on a 5-year chart, it's done a lot of work. So the question is, will it break through this resistance? How will it break through? Or is this a double top? It's not typical of a double top, but it's going to be an interesting one.
If you're conservative, if you're already in it, you'd probably get nervous if it dropped below the 50 mark.
Yeah, you're certainly thinking about a stop.
Yep, I would be putting a stop in and just see how it goes, but double top, it's not to say it won't keep going.
That's right, exactly. So I'm going to add this to the watch list just so I can see what it does.
Okay.
The other scan is taking that match selected off, which I did, and then making a 21-day breakaway close, 21 breakaway close. Hang on, I'll show you patterns and events. So I just now to 21 breakup of close instead of 13 breakup of high, and now I've got increasing volume, same OBV, and volume is I want to see a big volume spike, and then I take that match selected off. So that's basically what I did. And I think I stayed in the filters. I think I stayed from 50 cents to $50 with ignoring value less than 250,000 and volume less than $1 million. And just so you know, when I do the other scan, which match selected, I don't have any filters on. Okay, so the best ones that I found from this one, AZY. Jeff.
Looks as though it's going to keep going.
It looks pretty strong, doesn't it?
It does look strong. It's there's not a lot out there. It's again, it's not a penny dreadful. The on-balance volume still looks as though it's increasing.
Yes, it's got all those things going for it. Whoa, holy smokes, and you put it on 5-year charts. It's done a lot. But so has Wesfarmers.
Yeah, I'd just have a stop on that one if you're in it.
Yeah.
If you're conservative, a stop at probably just over 60. But yeah, it looks good to me.
Yeah, well, add that to the watch list to see. Now, I think Woodside is one that I never kind of really watch. It's one that I always stay clear from. Oh, remind me tomorrow. So with Woodside, the reason I'm liking this one is because it is showing signs of high, 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 low. It's filled this gap here. Yeah, it's been on such a long downhill run though. Is it enough to turn it around? I don't know, but it has got high, high, high lows. I'm not expecting it to run all the way back up to the top, but just seeing what we can get out of it, whether it can make it back to $26. I don't know.
I'd look at dividends as to when that's due.
Yeah, okay. Actually, what is it paying dividend-wise? Dividends, 8.2%. Wow, that's not bad. 100% franked. It's pretty good divvy.
Yeah.
Okay, Woodside, and then WHC, the good old Whitehaven coal, very, very similar. I'd argue it looks a little bit better. This is moving sideways for a bit longer that we like and showing signs of strength. OBV picking up. Any thoughts on that, Jeff?
I like it. It's crossed over. It just looks as though it's increasing. High highs, high lows. On balance, volume could be a bit steadier, but being a $6 stock, I don't think that's a problem.
No, and that's also paying not as good a divvy as what Woodside, but it's still 3.9%. It's better than nothing. And going on with coal, there's Yale as well, who's trying very hard to break this level and reach this target. And that's paying a 9.9% divvy that's 100% franked. And then the sister company with Whitehaven is NHC, which is in Struggle Town. So of all the coal companies, you've got Whitehaven and Yale, I think. And Woodside, no, they're not coal, but they're oil and gas. So yeah, interesting.
Yep.
So we've got a few to add.
Yes, we'll add those. I don't think you had anything else, did you?
I think they were the best stocks that we found today. Yeah, so yeah, hopefully we have a nice rest over the long weekend and we'll come back fighting and bullish on Monday.
Yes. No, Tuesday.
Tuesday. All right, thanks. We'll chat again in a couple of weeks.
Right, bye.